All right, team. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia. I'm the founder and CEO of GAR Capital. Glad to be with you this morning and every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the YouTube channel and on Instagram Live. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe, like, and turn on notifications button so you don't miss any of our future content. We did, this weekend, we did our weekly review and preview as well. We had a podcast and we had our futures video posted on YouTube, but it's on a different channel. But that's all posted on the Discord. If you guys want access to the free live market blog, we have all of a majority of the important earnings out uh, in our server. So if you are interested in reading up on that, McDonald's, PayPal, SoFi, all reported, feel free to check out our free live market blog. This is how it looks like. Let's see if I can get this here, right here. You can have all this information as soon as you wake up in the morning. And we also have this great channel here called Breaking News Alerts. This is from Financial Juice, and you get news headlines 24/7 for those or in different time zones or who like to read on their spare time. All right, let's go ahead and rock and roll. Dow futures are down 196 points. Nasdaq's down about 0.04%. S&P 500 down 0.20%. Russell's down 0.63%. That was up yesterday. 10-year Treasury yields are bouncing higher, 4.324%. Dollar index is bouncing as well, up 0.47%. That's probably what's hurting stocks. And the VIX is up 1.87%. Crude oil is bouncing with the SPR, Strategic Petroleum Reserve, looking to add some more oil there. That's what the government reported yesterday. 67.90 a barrel, 197.69 for gasoline futures. That's up 0.53%. Gold futures up a quarter point. Silver up 0.67%. Bitcoin pushing up higher last night. I think we hit 72,000 on the future side. It is now at 71,850, up 2.2%. All the crypto names are moving higher with that. Ethereum up 4.61% at 2641. In terms of Forex land, dollar yen up another 45 pips as it continues to gain. And obviously, with the yen weakening, we saw how the Nikkei stocks, Japanese stocks, are up with that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We have Alibaba calls. It was a freebie part of our watch list of the week. Take a look at that. We were up a little higher. Here we go. Click on Baba. Where is this thing? Here we go. So sent yesterday at 7:43 in the morning. This is the stocks we were watching, aka freebies, part of the server. Baba we're watching to move above 99 so we can target 103 to 105. It is now at 102. We are in the 102 calls currently. So we're about 5 cents away from in the money. We were looking really, really great this morning at 103.29, but a pullback, still holding up the 200 MA on the 1 hour. You can see the highs of yesterday was at 101.10. So again, it is up from where we were looking at the peak yesterday. I'm still looking for a little more continuation on Alibaba. Above 104, there is a 1 hour gap to 107.31. The reason that you do have these gaps is because of the ADR. It's an acronym for owning stocks from overseas. So it's like certificates. So once you break 104, again, forget the gap. We can just go to 107 because this has been that downside range here that we've had. And we did break out of this downward trend line on the 1 hour. So I do expect Baba to bounce back, get above 104. The goal today, obviously, is to take the profits. If we do get it, again, I don't know how we're going to open in the morning. If we pull back a little bit and retest the breakout, which was 101.10, the highs yesterday, that's fine. But I think we're going to be doing all right this morning because we are up about a buck from close. Again, the goal is to get to 102. Obviously, that's our strike. So that's where we are in Alibaba. NVIDIA, I am still holding puts on those. And yes, it's not dead yet. You could see this 1 hour gap here to 136.17. Yes, AMD reports earnings after the bell. The goal is to see if we can catch this move to the downside. Historically speaking, based on the almanac, today will be a bearish day. If you guys remember yesterday, we talked about how things can reverse. And you could see how yesterday we were pushing higher in NASDAQ up to 672. We did not get to that 700 level. I talked about this 1 hour gap here at 20,504. Not only did we fill it, we're back below it again. Right now at 20,400. So not much to do here on the future side unless you break below 466. We wicked below it this morning at 8 in the morning, but we have to break down below to get to around 20,400. And then this will be kind of your zone at least that we may chop around until the end of the week. Again, really dependent on earnings. Google and AMD are reporting after the bell today, so we'll see what we get there. Let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla starting to bounce a little bit, holding that 260, kind of that retest of the break. Friday had a great move, as we know, and then Monday we were pushing higher with the Nasdaq, and then we pulled back. But again, holding on to support. I'm expecting a move higher on Tesla. It is not overbought yet. 1, 2, triple top. Enough times you knock on the door, you're going to break out of it. We're looking for 280 to go. And here's the gap fill that we're looking for longer term, 289.10. Now, Tesla is in a very unique position. As we know, we do have an election next Tuesday. I'll do a podcast talking about the election and things like that. And I just want to make this point, just a heads up. A lot of the headlines, guys, they're not to show political bias. I did not vote for Donald Trump in 2016, 2020, or even this year. Again, you guys can like whoever you want. I vote for who I want. Again, it's just headlines at the end of the day. So I saw a comment that was funny. It said MAGA Gar Capital. Like the furthest thing from that. But again, everyone has their political opinion. Fine by me. Again, it's just news. I'll talk a little more deep into the issues at hand and how it'll affect the economy and the stock market on this week's podcast. Don't miss it. It'll be the election we did in 2020, talking about Biden and Trump. But we'll see how it goes from there. Pivoting into Tesla. As we know, Elon Musk is backing Donald Trump. And if he wins, obviously, he'll have a lot of influence in the White House, meaning Trump. Now, if Trump loses to Kamala Harris, think about where Tesla is. Now, you probably think, oh, Tesla's going to tank because Elon backed Trump. Not exactly. We do know the Democrats and the and more of the left wing wants to push the Green New Deal, electric vehicles, more tax credits on that. And guess who that benefits? It benefits Tesla. Now, in terms of short-term price action due to the election, yeah, that's a possibility. But again, we're just looking at just the technicals. I would not want to trade Tesla ahead of the election or have options during that election week next week. If it's for this week, that's fine. That's what I'm looking for. Again, we're just looking for a break of this recent high of 275.52, get us to 280 and then to 288. But after that, again, it's anyone's ball game. But at least if you're a shareholder, think of it this way. You're fine both ways in terms of the election because Tesla benefits whoever wins in the White House. Again, if Republican White House, hey, he's chummy with Trump. And if the Democrats win, well, Tesla's going to get a lot more subsidies from the government in regards to tax breaks for those who buy electric vehicles. All right, let's go ahead and go over a couple things. Good morning and answer some questions. Should we be looking to get into coins and Bitcoin is moving up? I think that's a great idea. The problem is that we have earnings for Coinbase. So I don't know the date exactly. Let's take a look here. What was it? An earnings calendar. Here we go. Coinbase reports on Wednesday. So no, I would not want to trade that name ahead of it. So I would skip it until the earnings are done. All right, let's go and take a look at Snowflake. All right, bring up the daily here. Anything that stands out? Ooh, still breaking down. Like I've said before, it's like the semiconductors. Cloud companies are very saturated. I think stick to the two main ones, Amazon and Microsoft. In terms of Snowflake, there's nothing good about this. I don't know when they report earnings or if they report earnings this week. Do they? Snowflake? I don't see it. Okay, so they don't. So with that being said, you could see below the 20-week moving average. You got to get above at least 122 for us to even have a semblance of hope that this is going to bounce because it looks like it's just going to continue to melt down. No pun intended on Snowflake. So I'd stay away on calls. AMD. Okay, so AMD reports today. I have no idea what they're going to report. And remember, it doesn't matter what you know because it's all about reaction. So let's take a look at least on the technical side and the chart. You can see how it is up pre-market. Downward channel here, upward channel breakdown. And you could see right around 164 is kind of that line in the sand right in the middle of it. But you're kind of breaking out now above this downward channel. How much more can we go is the question. You have up to 175. But wait for the earnings report because, again, we have no idea what might happen. This stock could tank first thing in the morning. It could soar right at the bell. It really depends. This is all pre-market stuff. But I would stay away from AMD for now. Thoughts on Goog? I'm going to go Goog because that's the one that we trade the most. It is holding the 100-day moving average. If it breaks 171, I expect it to move higher to 175. There is a gap to fill at 183.51. I like Google to bounce higher. It is holding above the 200-day at 163. That'll be your support. If that does break down, then you got 152. But the big level I think that everyone really, really wants as traders is around 152 to 150. That's pretty much the buy zone that you're looking for Alphabet moving forward. Josh is asking about Amazon levels. Yeah, Amazon, I need 191.68. Another name that reports this week on Thursday. So I wouldn't trade it. I'm waiting for 191.68 to break. It might break it after earnings, break below, really depends. But we're looking for really 195 as our target. That's kind of the contracts I would look for. But I would not trade earnings on Amazon. Absolutely not. It's going to be way too expensive. And again, just too much risk on the board there. So I would wait on it. Let me see if I can take a look at BABA. All right. So BABA's still holding up to 200-day. Let's take a look at Instagram. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see. Anyone here trades futures also? Yeah, we also trade futures as well. If you have any questions regarding any futures contracts, feel free to type it up. Appreciate it. All right. All right. No questions on Instagram. Okay. So this morning, I sent out the game plan to our options members. If anyone is interested in being part of the group, again, we're with you the whole way. We do have a discount, or was it a promo running? Excuse me. This is all my marketing team. Just a heads up, I do not run the social media page. I do not run the Discord. I do not run promos or anything. I have way smarter people than me that run that. I outsource these deals, or outsource what I have to do to those who are more savvy in marketing than I am. So we have a 30% end of month flash sale as October is ending. We're going to get ready for November. November is generally bullish, or historically bullish. So we want to make sure everyone who wants to join in gets an opportunity to do so. And again, if you're someone who says, man, I ain't paying for no signals, I don't care, just join our free one, man. GAR Live Market Blog. We give you all the information you need. And if you hate it, just ignore it. And if you love it, give us a little thumbs up there emoji on the blog. It's available for everybody. Appreciate you guys as always. FXI. Okay, we have Alibaba calls, so FXI is definitely something I'm watching closely. And you can see how it rejected 32.86. You can see this resistance here right around 33. If that does break out, we're looking for right around 34 as your next zone to target. All right, team. Thank you so much for joining me today on Instagram. Thank you for joining me on YouTube. My name is Carlos Garcia again, founder and CEO of GAR Capital, celebrating 10 years of service. And that starts with you watching. Thank you so much for your questions and your comments. I appreciate it all. Without you guys watching, this company does not exist. Thanks again. Cheers all. Happy Tuesday.